Second of all, shame on this coaching staff for puckering. It is evident to me they cannot coach with a lead. 38-17 in Notre Dame last year. Pucker. Pucker up, change what you're doing, and allow the opposition back in. 34-17 in Michigan 2 years ago. Pucker. It's the same story. Now look, I can't totally sit here and tell you it's all Dave Baldwin's fault. It's not. The offensive line was atrocious. But here's where the coaching staff is liable. Put the best 11 guys on the field. J.U. Colquitt was a bowling ball. Yet Javon Ringer saw exclusive carries in the second half. Explain it. Somebody in East Lansing today had the balls to ask Dave Baldwin, where the hell was J.U. Colquitt? It was clear Notre Dame didn't want any part of him. They didn't want to touch him. Colquitt was a beast. Yet Javon Ringer saw all the carries. Second of all, what the hell are you doing in the shotgun in a monsoon? You're asking Drew Stand to run the option in Hurricane Katrina. You're coming out 5 wide. Run the football. Third of all, and this is where I really get upset, get Chris Schmeling out of town. He is the single worst defensive coordinator ever born into this world. This guy is absolutely atrocious. Hey, Schmeling, here's an idea. You got your secondary floating around on dinghies. Maybe it's not a good idea to bring back-to-back zero blitzes with no safety help. Maybe. Let alone the fact your stupid-ass blitz packages never get home. Ever. You are the worst defensive coordinator ever. I would rather have H.R. Puffin stuff with Teddy Ruxpin as an assistant than to have you in this booth one more week. You're atrocious. Take your wristbands and stick them. The same communication breakdowns that we have seen since you got here end up costing us another game. Not to mention the fact you put the kids in terrible spots. What are you blitzing like that for? Have you ever heard of a zone blitz? You know, the same thing that Notre Dame did to Drew, dropping 2D tackles and getting a pick? Have you ever heard of disguised coverages? How about giving your kids safety help in the middle of a monsoon? Don't leave them on an island. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of dealing with this. These kids fought their asses off. And yes, they puckered. Yes, they choked. But the coaches weren't there to put them in good spots. 3rd and 3, up by 2 scores in the middle of a monsoon. Dave Baldwin throwing the football. And they come back late. You got to run to win, and you don't put your most important back in the game. Here's another idea. Why wasn't the field goal unit ready at the end of the game? God forbid if they tripped over themselves and gained 20 yards, they wouldn't even gotten the field goal off. The unit wasn't even ready. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. I just dropped my father off at the airport. Guy feels terrible about himself. Had to watch another one of these things, 640 miles, thank you, Northwest, to see that. You know what the sick part is? He only gets to 1 game a year, and this is at least the 3rd time he's caught this crap. I'm tired. I'm hurt. I'm emotional. I'm shot. I got nothing left. You got kids taking a knee on kickoffs inexplicably. You got a senior quarterback who's put in awful spots and then makes, in turn, awful decisions. You're not putting the best 11 guys out on the field. And you know what? Defensively, they may not be good, but I'll be damned. They were doing an unbelievable job without bringing the house on Brady Quinn. Why bring it in a monsoon? Why? I'm not asking you to rush 3. I'm not asking you to play prevent. It's called a middle ground. Find it. But back-to-back, 0 coverage blitzes with no safety help are suicide. Especially because your blitzes never get home. Ever. Lastly, when I speak of Michigan State and I talk about what they should be, what they can be, what they might be, it's nights like Saturday, games like Saturday that are every reason they're not. And this is not just the John L. Smith issue. It is this staff. I think when push comes to shove, John L. Smith is probably a decent football coach, but this staff is killing him. This staff is killing him. He delegates too much power to them. You tell me if Nick Saban were around, tell me he wouldn't take this defense over next week. But instead, John L's playing buddy system. Chris Meelan's his boy. Chris Meelan should have been fired after 2004. How this guy still collects on paychecks beyond me. Full rack of calls. We'll get to you coming up. And eventually, Foster will talk. 1270 XYT.
It's a cold third strike, and for the first time in 19 years, the